Hello everyone, True Zero Emissions here. So I'm going to think about, as a thought experiment, I'm going to think about battery charging on this scooter. This is the Wolf King GTR, and this is my latest experimental scooter. And I'm very happy to say that I think this is a perfect scooter to experiment with because it's very stable when I ride it. It doesn't want to fall over, and I like to feel safe and secure when I ride a scooter. And I didn't realize that the Wolf King GT Pro and Wolf King GTR, now is the latest model, is so stable until I test rode them. And then I was able to compare to previous scooters that I had owned. For those of you that have been following the channel and noticed I had many different really very good scooters, such as the Dualtron Thunder, Dualtron Storm, and many different of the Dualtrons, Dualtron Eagle Pro, Dualtron Raptor, Dualtron Compact. Now, all the Dualtrons had a front suspension called, no, I haven't researched this, but I was told this. So that sometimes my research is listening to others that have researched things, right? So I don't know if we call that my research, but other people sharing their research, I'll say it that way. But it was explained to me that they call it a C-type suspension, where the suspension goes, so there'll be a pole that goes down, or there could be two poles that go down, and then it connects to the scooter, and then below that there might be two arms that go back, and then two arms that go forward, and the suspension goes like this, right? It goes like this when you hit bumps. What was explained to me is when you hit a bump, why would the suspension go up this way? Shouldn't it go back, right? Like this. Like, shouldn't it go back like this? See how this goes up? So that versus this. And then if you look at the way that turns, if you look at the steering, the handling of that steering, right? We're steering from the back. The part that goes back is the part that's, I don't know if we'd say pivoting, right? But it creates this sensation of, I'm going to call it instability. I don't know what the advantage to that would be in any way, because it feels like it wants to turn really quickly on a scooter. And so I was thinking, well, maybe if it was on a track with lots of sharp turns, that would be ideal. But then when I compare that to this scooter, for example, or any scooter with two shocks going, two poles going all the way down to the wheel, right, and not stopping and becoming this different kind of suspension, right, like some scooters have. When I ride scooters like this and then I turn, the turning feels even better. So it feels more secure, more stable. I feel more in control. Like I'm more of the, I influence the way the scooter steers more than the scooter trying to make me turn, you know, maybe like make me fight the turning, right? Where it's trying to turn and I'm trying to make it go straight. So this scooter doesn't do that. And I'm really puzzled by why such scooters as such high quality scooters as like the Dualtron Thunder and many of the Dualtrons, or almost all the Dualtrons, which are, I consider, extremely high quality scooters, including scooters like the Viper, the Nami Bernie Viper, that has a similar front suspension as well. It's absolutely puzzling to me. But when I hear some of the pros, the pro racers that race motorcycles, street bikes, very expert pro level people that really understand engineering and racing, when they say they wish more companies would use a suspension like, for example, one scooter that was compared to was the segway GT2, right? The segway GT1 and GT2. The suspension on that kind of scooter, if you look at that, it has these arms. Now I'm just approximating, but so this is where it connects to the scooter, right? And then back here, this part, I don't know if I can show you, at the back part of my hand, my wrist area, when you hit a bump, it goes like this. There's like these two arms that go back, right? And it goes like this. There's a name for that kind of suspension, but that suspension, if you ride the Segway GT1 and GT2, that again, like this, absolute stability at all speeds. I think of that as being like the ultimate track scooter for racing. But I think this is too. I think this is great for racing and for the track too. And I think they made the stem on the GTR, they made the stem shorter for that reason, because when it's shorter, you can kneel down more when you're racing. So this is like a race scooter right here. I did put a 2.2-inch riser on the handlebars because I don't plan to race this on the track myself. I mean, I may for fun and just to experience the handling of the scooter sometime, but the primary purpose of the scooter for me is just to enjoy it and also to do my experiments and to be inspired, because when I'm riding the scooter I think of so many ideas about different things that I can do to the scooter that doesn't come to me when I'm not riding the scooter necessarily, or it does but not to such a great degree. So okay, so I'm going to make this video just what I talked about. I just kind of briefly talked about the scooter again, and then we'll come back and we're going to talk about more about battery charging and low resistance and magnets and copper coils. We'll see you soon.